Hey, this is Cece, just popping on just to chat with you. I hope all is well. I want to speak with my ladies and gents. I want to talk about something I call mask deception. It's a play on the word mass deception, where that means multiple, multiple people are affected possibly by something that's manipulated, something that's ingenuous. Uh, so the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I know we got out of a season maybe good 5 years ago, um, in 2020, where everybody had to wear masks. Everybody. And it was like, it's the thing to do to protect ourselves, right? So what I was finding out is some folks looked better with the mask on than off. Uh, and I was thinking, I wonder if this is going to be something that's going to be played by the masses. And you know what? It was. I'd seen so many people that when you talk to them and they had that mask on, you were like, okay, okay. And then for some reason that mask slipped off. You was like, or I was like, okay, okay. Hmm. So I find it interesting that when you see people that wear masks today, and I am talking about uh, these type of masks, still they're wearing them today, which is okay, which is fine, because it's to protect you. But what about the ones that don't wear the mask and they should be wearing the mask? And I'm saying that to say maybe there's someone in a store or office that you go to and someone is coughing and they are sneezing and they are obviously not well. So you wonder, should you hand them a mask? And then when you finally conjure up the guts to tell them, hey, I have a mask if you'd like to have one, and they say, why? I don't need a mask. There's nothing wrong with me. Then you know that there's a problem. So the next best thing is to politely remove yourself out of the vicinity of that individual. But what made me want to talk about mask deception is because there are a lot of people running around here with masks on that you can't see. But most of the times you can tell that something's wrong, but you choose to ignore it. And why I say that, it happens to the best of us, because we're sometimes in that whole benefit of the doubt stage where we want to give people a chance. But when the writing is on the wall, when you see it, don't ignore it. I talk about mask deception because it comes like a thief in the night almost. Because 1 minute you're fully intact mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, and then months or years down the line, you wonder, where did it all go? It was like you were literally robbed of everything that you felt good about, all because you were duped by someone who was possibly wearing some sort of mask. But a lot of times you can tell when the mask is lifted, but you feel like you put too much into the game to walk away. You know, you see people and they're smiling and kikiing with you, and they're telling you these type of things that you want to hear, or better yet, they're telling you things that may be too good to be true, and you tend to go along with it. But then you could be laughing and kikiing, but deep down inside, you're not. So then that makes that a very uncomfortable situation. What I always accompany mass deception with is that killer smile. You know, I find that a lot of women tend to toss it all away because someone gave them that killer smile. That smile got whoever that was a mighty long way with you. And so my message to you, whether you're being a female or male or a child, if something just does not seem right, but it's masked with a smile, I'd advise you to back up and go the other way. They said that you can tell a lot by someone's smile. And it's true. Because when it's a real, genuine smile, you see it through the eyes, you see it through the body language, you see it just as simple as how it made you feel. But sometimes a person can smile at you and you feel total opposite other than happy. That's where the deception comes in at. That's why I call this mass deception, a mass deceiver, someone who is intentionally trying to get over on you. I remember there was a song out by the OJs. That was a group for you Gen X individuals out there. And they were singing a song called Backstabbers. Now, this is in 1972, and it is now 2025, and those backstabbers are still running amok. That's over 53 years ago. This is why I want to bring CC Speaks Real Talk to the forefront with you. Because although a lot of you guys out there, y'all moving pretty cool, y'all doing good, pat yourself on the back, but sometimes you overlook the obvious. Sometimes you overlook what's right in your face for whatever reason. You know, we always got a reason why we do stuff. May not be the right reason, but it's right at that time. So I want to kind of talk to you guys about those so-called friends that laugh in your face, and I guess the lyric is they smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. I kid you not. I'm not a singer, but those are the lyrics. Look it up. Now, to me, that says a lot. Do you know who you are around? Do you know if low key they want what you have? Do you know that everything you telling them about your man, they wish they had? Take some time to really think about who you have around you. Who's in your circle? Who's in your circle? Who are you allowing to see every play-by-play that you're doing so they could possibly steal it? Mass deception is real. They wear these invisible masks to get whatever it is that they're trying to get. Sometimes they call them your representatives, but I don't like to say that. You know, when you're trying to get to know somebody, that's not like you have on a mask. I don't look at it like that. But I will look at it as if you're being deceived. If you're being deceived, if you're being played, or if something being intentionally aimed towards you to see you fail, now that's a mask. And I hope it's a mask that you can see through. I know back in 2020, we had to wear these masks to protect us, you know? We had to wear these masks. And they look like this. And Lord knows all the pretty girls did not want to wear nothing like this, right? So then we got creative. We started wearing stuff and we started blinging it out and we started going designer. Yeah, this is my whole bag full of masks that I had back then, right? It wasn't that I was trying not to be safe. I wanted to look cute while I was being safe, right? But anyway, I wasn't the only one, you know it. But what that mask did was signify protection, right? If you had the mask, that protected you from being exposed to whatever someone else had. But because you could see these masks, there are other masks that we just can't see. There are other masks that's being worn by people who does not have your best interest at heart. And you know, these masks have the pros and cons. The pros of it is they're inviting, they bring joy, they're welcoming, they make you feel good. The cons are they're manipulating, they have hidden agendas. You know, so while you out there moving about, my bros, my girls, just be aware. Because one thing about a smile, you see the authenticity through the eyes. I'm smiling. It's making me feel good. I hope it's making you feel good. But I don't have a hidden agenda behind that. And I'm sure when you smile, you don't have a hidden agenda behind that. But what about the ones we don't know about? So it does take me all the way back to 2020 where I should still keep a mask in my purse to remind me, to protect me. But it don't necessarily have to be this one. It needs to be awareness. Pack that with you when you go out. Be aware. Don't feel like you got to kiki, kaha, look cute, and miss the whole warning. So think about that. Even moms, dads with our kids, you know, our young kids, we have them with us and somebody may walk up and they know you, but they don't know your child and your child don't know them. But yet you're saying, go ahead, give Harry a hug. That kid is hiding behind you, hiding their face. They don't want to give Harry a hug because they don't know who Harry is. And mind you, I just made up that name. So all the Harrys in the world, don't get mad. You know, you're the very one who told your child not to speak to strangers. Remember? So if that's the case, you did a mighty fine job teaching that child not to speak to strangers. When someone introduced me to their kid and they're like, give her a hug. And they're like, I don't know her. I'm like, that's fine. I'd rather your child act like that Your child don't know me. You know me, but your child does not. So think about that. Just say, you know what? I did teach her not to talk to strangers. I did teach him not to talk to strangers. So that's what he's doing. And the other person should not get offended. They should think, wow, you taught him or her very well. So while you guys are out there moving about, don't put yourself in danger, exposing yourself and your kids to people who you barely know. People with hidden agendas. Again, people who want to take what you have. So take a good look at your circle. Because you just never know. And if you're real good, you will catch on without them even knowing. And as soon as you catch on, you ain't got to show your hand. You don't have to call them out. You just know how to move now. You know how to move around them. Like, I got your number. I think Maya Angelou was the one that said, when they show you who they are, believe them. That's the absolute truth. So you don't have to worry about faking the funk with me because I already got your number. And you know how to move around people like that. So when mask deception does come into play, you see right through it. You see right through it. So I've had a lot of young ladies, I've had a lot of young men say they done got duped by people. They done got played. That's because a lot of times you weren't listening. We do it. We hear what we want to hear. That sounds familiar, huh? You got that selective hearing. All the bad stuff you didn't really hear. The good stuff you pulled out of it to make it work for you at that moment. So think about that. And if you sitting across the table from somebody and you ask them something 2 or 3 different ways and get 2 or 3 different answers, come on now. You already heard what you needed to hear. Better yet, I wish they had masks to literally go over the ears to protect the ears. Because baby, I'm keeping myself safe all around. I'm covering my ears so I don't have to hear that. Toxic. And I'm removing myself from this situation. But it's always good to give people a chance if you don't feel like there's any kind of deception in play. And when I say give them a chance, I mean hear them out. Because if they keep talking long enough, you'll hear it. And while they're smiling, if it's forced or if it's real, if they smiling for unknown reasons, you might want to check that out too. Dig a little deeper. And people running around here with all this money and you have not invested in your grill, and I mean your teeth, not the gold one or the silver platinum ones. I'm talking about your teeth. There's a problem. But you may not think so because the show have not stopped for you. You know why the show have not stopped for you? Because people that's moving around you, they cool with it. And that's okay. But sweetie, don't come running to your girls saying this and that when you've accepted whatever came your way. So don't you go running around talking about somebody else's smile if you've already accepted them for what they dishing out. So I know this could be a little tough pill to swallow, but it's the truth. And it's just something to make you think. It's just something I want you to be aware of. Because a smile should be beautiful. It shouldn't be manipulative. It shouldn't be sneaky. It should be there to enhance and bring joy. I'm curious, what is your smile telling the world? Do you like it? Are you happy with it? What is it that your smile can bring to the table? Because you don't just want that smile to help someone else. When you smile, it should be benefiting you as well. You're smiling to build someone up, not break someone down. So as I talk about mass deception, there's always time to remove the mask and just be you. You might need a little help in doing that, and that's okay. But if you got to wear a mask to get the attention of someone, that stops you from being who you really are. So I want you to think about that. As always, I just want to add a little flavor to your behavior to make it pop. Now you go out there and move like you got some sense. Until next time.